Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon, and this is going to be a haul video. It's been a while since I posted a haul video. Hi guys. um, I have the camera balancing just right, so I'm hoping it doesn't fall. That's why I'm not messing with it. But it's been a while since I've posted a haul video, and I really wanted to share with you guys. See, there it goes. I really wanted to share with you guys some of the stuff that I have received the last 2 months since we are in a new year. Let me move my phone so it's like not an eyesore. So within the last 2 months, I have acquired a couple things to add to my collection, and I wanted to share that with you. So let's start. Let's start with the crystals because I have a lot of crystals. Um, okay, so I'll start with what I bought online. When I buy my crystals online, I like to buy them off of a Etsy shop called I Love Lotus. And I'm always talking about I Love Lotus because I just love the fact that you can order as many crystals as you want, and she keeps her shipping rate at $3 for in bulk. Unless, of course, you purchase like a huge crystal that's obviously going to weigh a lot more. But what I did was I recently purchased 9 different heart-shaped crystals from her. And so I'm going to show those to you guys. But first, before I even show that, I want to show the loose ones that I have. These were purchased from a different shop. These were purchased from a shop that's actually local. And so this one is Tiger's Eye. So I've never owned a Tiger's Eye, and I finally bought a Tiger's Eye tumbled. So he's real pretty. As you can see, like there's the strip right there of looks like tiger stripes. This is honey calcite, and I really like honey calcite. I love calcite in general. I feel like calcite is just such a positive stone to have on the table when I'm working on my client readings. I always have a green calcite around. So I have green, I have blue, and I thought honey would be the perfect color to add. I've been really interested in oranges and yellow crystals lately because of the sunshine and the sun energy. So I had purchased a citrine a while ago, and it's like ever since I got the citrine, it's like I've been really into the yellows and the orangey crystals. So that is that. And then online, and I feel so bad because I don't have this girl's business card to show you guys, but I purchased a opalite crystal skull, and he is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't named him. I have another crystal skull. It's a black obsidian. And so I'm thinking of naming my crystal skulls. So if you guys can come up with a name for him, I do feel a male energy from him. We can name him. So but he's real pretty. Towards the bottom he's a little bit more translucent, and then more whiter on the top, so I like that. It's kind of makes him look a little bit different. So he was a cool addition to my crystal collection. And then online from I Love Lotus, I purchased a bunch of heart-shaped crystals. I love heart-shaped crystals. I think that they are so fun to work with. They are fun to photograph with the cards. So I've been loving opalite, and I purchased a pretty good size opalite heart. So that is her. I have a smaller opalite that I had purchased from I Love Lotus. And so when I saw that she had the larger ones, I was like, oh, I want another one. Opalite is pretty, even though it's glass. A lot of people will tell me it's just glass, but it doesn't really matter to me. It's just, I still feel a really good vibe from them. So that's my opalite. Here is, and I have my list here because I probably will totally like forget the name of some of these hearts. But anyway, I got a rose quartz puffy heart. So she calls her hearts puffy hearts. She has two different ones. There's the flat ones, and then she has the puffy hearts. And I really like the puffy ones because they are just so super cute. They're like a little, like as you can see, a little chunky stone. So I don't know if the camera and the lighting picks it up, but it is a very pale pink, kind of like my nails. So that is a rose quartz. So she's cute. Let's see here. Let's see if I can go in order from the list. Amethyst puffy heart. So this is the amethyst puffy heart. She's a little pale too. And then on the other, oh, there you go. On the other side, you could kind of see like the strip in purple. But I'm sure the lighting probably isn't catching it as much. Next we have the fluorite puffy heart. This one's really pretty. It's like it has a greens and some greens and some purples in her. So there's the fluorite. So, very cool. Labradorite. I've never had labradorite. And this is it. So when I ordered the labradorite, I was like, okay, I'm hoping that it's, you know, a real pretty one. Because sometimes you don't always know what you're going to get when you order online. That's why I like I Love Lotus, because she, for the most part, I've never had anything, any complaints from what she sends me. So this is the labradorite puffy heart, and you can kind of see the shimmer, the rainbow in the heart too. It's more so on this side. I don't know if the lighting is going to allow it, but yeah, there you go. Very pretty. So that's labradorite. And then the opalite, which I showed you already. And then we have the ocean jasper, which is just lovely. So ocean jasper, this one was so pretty. It had a mixture of, see, oh, so pretty, green, and then there was some reds in there. There's like some reds in the corners. There you go. So super pretty. Ugh, isn't that gorgeous? The camera just unfocused, but yeah. That's ocean jasper if anyone is curious. Next is the yellow calcite. So here's another yellow calcite. So this is the tumbled version of my honey calcite. They go by yellow or honey. This is the raw, and then this is the tumbled version. So as you can see, it's the same thing. But I didn't have one in the heart. So there is the yellow or honey calcite. So I'm really excited. I have like all the colors of the rainbow now in my hearts. Next I have the clear quartz. And this one's really pretty. I don't think the camera is going to capture it, but you can kind of see through, and the heart has a lot of like, just a lot of detail on the inside. I love clear quartz. It's such a simple stone, but so pretty. And then the opalite, shoot heart, labradorite, fluffy rose. Oh, she gave me extras. That's funny. Red jasper. That's what I was forgetting. Red jasper. This one's, oh, this one's really pretty. This one looks like a bleeding heart. There's blacks and reds. So it's not fully red. It just looks like blood has been like clumped up and created into this gorgeous looking heart. So pretty. And so it looks like she gave me an extra, unless I'm counting wrong. Let's see. Red jasper, the opalite, the labradorite, fluorite, rose quartz, amethyst, ocean jasper, yellow calcite, clear quartz. Yeah, that's all of them, but I have an extra here, so she must have thrown this one in there just because. Oh, I think she gave me another amethyst. This one's darker. It looks kind of black. I don't think, sorry, let me just close this. I don't think it's gonna show on camera. It looks kind of black to me, but it actually is purple. It has like a purple hue to it when you put it up to the light. So that was a freebie. That was really sweet of her. So yeah, she'll do stuff like that if you order from her in bulk. Sometimes she'll throw in, that's probably why this one had a heart, because she was just letting me know that one of them was an extra. But she'll do that. She'll throw in a freebie. So it's kind of cool. I think it's sweet that when they do that. I love buying off of sellers on Etsy. So those are my crystal hearts. And then I have a few more crystals to show you guys. So this one. At the shop that I went to that is local, they had smoky quartz, and I had bought a tumbled one for my giveaway that I actually already sent out. But I thought this smoky quartz was really pretty. He's tumbled, but he's like in the shape of a triangle. And when you look on the inside, like you could totally scry with this piece because there's just so much, I don't know, like there we go. There's just so much going on inside. And there's a rainbow too. When you like tilt it just right, you'll see a rainbow in him. So I had to take him. I thought he was too pretty. I love smoky quartz. It's probably one of my favorites, which brings me to my Christmas present. So for Christmas, my husband gave me some money and he pretty much told me to go out and don't spend it on food, don't spend it on groceries and anything like that. He says, or bills, he says, use this on strictly what I want. So I purchased some crystals with it. I purchased some spray for my reading room, but the remainder of the money that I had, I bought my beautiful smoky quartz. And this guy is gorgeous, as you could tell. He's huge, but he has just different shades of like blacks, browns. He goes real light. Here's the other side. But I just think he's so pretty. And I have to be careful with him because he has a lot of real sharp edges. So I place him in the living room next to where the TV is, so it's on the stand. I place him there because he's just such a grounding stone. Smoky quartz is really good for grounding. So I like to have him in the living room just for that purpose. So isn't he pretty? So he is my prize, my Christmas gift to myself, but a gift from my husband. So I have him there. And then recently, like maybe a week ago, last weekend, I went to the same crystal shop where I purchased this guy, and I got this beautiful strawberry quartz. I don't even know what you call these. Like I don't know. Like he stands on his own. He has a point, and he's like I said, he stands on his own. I don't know if this would be an obelisk, I guess, but so pretty. Has a lot of detail on the inside. Now I understand because the girl, when she told me when I purchased him, she's like, "Do you know what kind of quartz it is?" And I said, "Oh, you know, it's a clear quartz, but I understand that they dye these to get the specific color." So she said, "Yeah, he's a strawberry quartz," but typically There is no such thing as a strawberry quartz. Um, they are dyed. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with the opalite. The opalites are glass. People will say, oh, you know, they don't really have any metaphysical properties to them. They're glass. But that's, to me, that's stupid. Like, if you feel something from your crystals and you give it your own intention, why not? So I purchased him because he's super pretty. The color is just gorgeous. It was calling to me that day. I was looking for something love related for Valentine's Day and just, you know, enhancing romance and love. And so I saw this guy and I felt like, okay, he needs to be in my collection. So I purchased him. So he's over here to the side just so I don't make a mess. Okay, that is it for my crystals. Next I want to show you the deck bags. So I purchased 2 deck bags and I actually have, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I actually have the business card. So the Etsy shop that I purchased these bags from is called the Passing Through Shop. I don't know if it's gonna, there you go. Is this the Passing Through Shop? Did I get this? You know what, you guys? I don't know if Passing Through was where I got the bags, or if I got or I might have got the crystal skull from it. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I should have done my homework before I did this. Ah, okay. Don't listen to me. Okay, so the deck bags. These were handmade. And I remember the girl that made it, I believe her name was Heather. But she made these deck bags, and so this one is has, you know, cards. I think it's from, they remind me from Loteria, but I could be wrong. And then it has a little charm here, a little moon charm, which I thought was so cute because I love moons. And it's a perfect size, so it fits like the tarot deck that I have in there. You know, there's a lot of room, so it would definitely fit an oracle deck. So I have the tarot deck, which is the other thing I wanted to show you guys. This tarot deck is one of my most recent purchases, and it is the Golden Universal Tarot, and I have been working with it a lot. And it's called the Golden Universal Tarot because the cards have gold foil on them. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, it's just been a deck that I have been working with a lot. So I wanted to show that to you guys. Here's another deck bag that she made. This one has the zodiac on it. Super cool. And then look at this little charm. It's a moon. Oops, it's upside down. Isn't he cute? So this one holds, I think this one has, yep, this one has my Gothic Tarot in it, which is actually a much larger deck from the typical tarot decks. So that just goes to show you that these deck bags can they can hold a pretty good sized deck. So I love them, and I think my most favorite thing about them, aside from the fact that the material that she made them with is super cute, is that they have zippers. So you could zip it up and your deck isn't going to go anywhere. It's perfectly safe. And what I do when I have deck bags and I put a deck inside, I always have a crystal in here. I have a crystal in this one too. I stick a little crystal. Usually it could be like a tumbled size stone like this. And I stick it with the cards. So that's just a little thing that I do. Okay, next, let me show you. Let's do the books and then we'll do the decks. So books. I purchased the 2016 Moon Sign book. I got this at Barnes & Noble. I love moon signs, and I love to read about the moon signs and, you know, things like that. So it was kind of one of those, like, splurge purchases that I did, just so I can, like, zip through it and see what it has to say about my sign and other people's signs. So that was one that I purchased. And then I think her name is it's Elise from Wild Moon Tarot. She actually was recommending this book. It's called Shakti Woman, Feeling Our Fire, Healing Our World, The New Female Shamanism. So she actually recommended this book in one of her videos, and I was really impressed with what she had to say about it. It's a book about what women, and it's a book about empowerment and all of that stuff. So I have not read it yet, but I bought it used off of Amazon. So I'm super excited to really dive into it because lately I have been so inspired with women energy and just the feminine energy, feminine empowerment and self-love. And so I feel like this book is going to help with that. So that's exciting. Okay, let's talk about the decks. So I have 3 new decks as of yesterday. Last night I went to Barnes & Noble because I wanted to walk around. I was bored. I wanted something to do. I like to do that to clear my head. And I found 2 decks. So the first one is the Zombie Tarot, which I've already put a video up about this because I actually did a deck mod. The Truth and Story, Kelly, I think her name is Kelly, she did a deck mod video where she showed the Zombie Tarot, she gave a deck review, and then she showed how she deck modded this deck. It's like a tongue twister. So the box is really cool. It's a hard box, just like the typical Oracle boxes, and super cute. And when you open it, you have the guidebook that's right on top. So I'm not gonna, go too crazy in this, but the guidebook is just really cool. The whole look of this deck is very vintage, and the images on the deck are very 1950s inspired. So I thought that was so cute. But it's just a cool. I haven't even looked through the whole thing yet. Okay, so then after that, you'll have the cards that are placed inside the box. Now the cards, I actually already deck modded, as you could tell. I inked the edges to be black, and they're fairly messed up for a purpose because it's a zombie tarot. It's the apocalypse. It's the end of the world. It's destruction. So why not do a deck mod where the cards come out looking a little bit used, a little bit dirty? So that's what I did. Here's the card backs, by the way. I don't know if it's gonna, my camera doesn't focus too good. That's the card backs, and it's super cute. But here are the cards themselves. So I've done the whole edging of the deck being black, and then it kind of seeps through onto the sides. It's kind of hard to see on camera. Here's one. This is one I photographed because it's really obvious that, there you go, see? That's how they look. Not all of them looked super cool like that, but I was really impressed with the way it came out. And I got this idea because she showed it on her video how she did it. And basically when you're doing the blackout edges on the card, you want to make sure that you don't make a mess and you don't smear. But for this purpose, I totally smeared the crap out of it, and I mean, it got everywhere, and I just think that it made the cards look worn. It made them look like real used and just old. And I was very impressed, and I'm very excited to work with this deck, especially for Christmas time. I mean, not Christmas time. What am I thinking? Halloween time, when when I do my spooky readings. So, I mean, how can you not look at this? This is the High Priestess. Look at that card. I was so mad at myself that I never went out and bought this deck. I remember seeing images of it and people posting, readings that they've done with the cards. And I was kind of like, I don't know if that's something I would use. And then it's like, I'm a major horror fanatic and I love zombies, but I just never, was attracted to the deck. Well, that all changed last night with her video. And when I saw her post what she did when she deck modded it and how she made them look used, I was like, oh my God, it adds so much more, so you could tell, it adds so much more character to the cards. And I was like, I have to have it. So when I went out to Barnes and Noble and I was looking to see if Barnes and Noble, had the deck, they did, and it was sitting there on the shelf. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna purchase it for myself. And so I did, and I literally did this deck modding last night. It took me maybe an hour and a half, and then I let them sit overnight to dry, and they just look so cool. So I'm very excited and I'm very happy to be working with this deck, especially for Halloween time. And they've already dried. I don't have any black on me, so that's cool. And then the next deck I bought is Messages from Your Spirit Guides. So this deck was sitting on the shelf at Barnes & Noble, and I had never seen this deck on the shelf. Barnes & Noble usually always, at least mine anyway, would always have the same decks. And so when I saw this one sitting there, I was like, okay, I got to snag it because I'd never seen it there before. I haven't even pulled the cards out yet because I was like I was working hard on the Zombie Tarot. I totally ignored this deck. But the book is so cute. It's huge. I mean, there's so much, in there. So it's kind of cool to have that. So it's like something to read on the side when you're working on the cards. And then here's the deck. And I really loved that the first card that was brought up when I opened the cards was an octopus because I love anything having to do with water. So the octopus is like one of my favorites. I love octopuses. I think they're so cute. So his message is practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. So that's really cool. So I'm really excited to have another animal deck. The cardstock is really cool. I can't even explain. It's definitely different from what I'm used to. I don't even think the camera will will give it any justification so you could see, but the cardstock is just different. The material of it, the feel is very different. So very cool. And the backs are storks. I believe it's a stork. So they kind of have a vintage feel to them too. But I always work with the Animal Messages deck. You guys have probably seen it a crap load of times on my blog. But I'm really excited to have a whole new animal deck to work with for my animal readings, my animal guide readings for clients and stuff. So it's really cool. I'm looking forward to using this deck for that. And last but not least, I received a package today from one of my clients, and my client actually made their own deck. They made their own oracle deck because they are all into the dark side of things, just the whole creepy. It's very, I don't want to say creepy, but it is a little scary. So they made their deck and then they wanted to send me one because I always do readings for them. Personal readings, I always read for them all the time, probably, once a month. So they wanted me to work with a deck that they created. I don't want to completely share the deck because I think it's just special. Like, it's really cool, but I thought it was interesting. I think it has 70 cards or 70 something cards in it. It's just really interesting that they created it themselves. And so it was really cool to see their artwork come through. The whole theme of this deck, I don't want to freak anyone out. Some of the images are quite scary, but this one says the path. It's just really cool, the images that they chose for this deck. And I really like that it's matte finish. It's not super shiny, so it's easier to photograph. But let's see. I want to show you my favorite. This is the Blood Moon. That's probably my favorite card because obviously I love moons. But I thought that the Blood Moon, I thought that was really cool. So I don't want to show their deck too much because they created it. I think it's a little personal, but they created it for themselves, and then they also created it for me with the sole purpose of me reading for them with their deck. So that's the whole reason why they sent it to me, and it was really cool. It was really fun to finally see someone else's work. And I just think it's so cool when clients, you know, do that stuff. When clients send me things, it's only happened a couple times where this is the first time where a client actually sent me the deck that they created. But I've had other clients gift me things, and it's really sweet. It's awesome. Who wouldn't want to get something sweet and something, you know, a gift in the mail? But it's just really nice when they do that because it just shows that they appreciate the hard work that we go through in delivering the readings. So it's really nice. But that is basically the whole gifs, the whole load of my haul. 2 months worth, I guess, just January and some of December. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions about anything that I showed, let me know. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.